It's Matthew Lee from Inner City Press. Thanks a lot for this panel. I'd wanted to ask, because I'd heard the comment of, if people could collect evidence in wartime London, how couldn't they do it? Why not in Syria? And I wanted to ask about a different country where, the Human Rights Council has set up a kind of a panel to look into war crimes that many feel took place in Sri Lanka in 2009. There's a lot of back and forth about whether the panelists will be let into the country, won't be let into the country. And I just wanted to know, it seems like there's a lot of firepower on the panel about how to do these investigations. Do you think that a legally substantive investigation could be conducted into events that took place in 2009, even if the investigators are not allowed into the country? And how would one go about doing that? And I also, just as an aside, I have to say this. I think it's great that this event is held at the UN. The UN has done a lot of good work. In that conflict, it turns out that the UN actually withheld casualty statistics that it had in real time. And so I think that there's another inquiry that needs to be done about the UN itself in real time producing information about what it knows. But that's a different inquiry.
Would anybody like to take a stab at that? Matthew, I think this is not quite the right panel to deal with Sri Lanka.
Gentleman sitting on your right.
Well, if I can say something only in response to Matthew's question and in relation to the important work which has been accomplished by the War Crime Commission, and I should simply say that this commission, the UNWCC, started, in fact, its work even while the war being over. So, and there are, of course, situations where you have member states under scrutiny which do not allow, for instance, the Commission of Inquiry to enter that territory. But of course, there are other means, and particularly today, we do know that there are means which could allow such a commission to collect information with victims, refugees who are in the neighboring countries. And I think this is extremely important. One should not wait until the conflict comes to an end. One has to try to compile as much as we can, bearing in mind that this will definitely facilitate tomorrow the justice process. And we have seen it in some instances, and we are still witnessing the way this process being acted. I can, for instance, refer to the current report, which was the Michael Kirby report, which is to me one of the best Commission of Inquiry report.
Mr. Traynor.
Let me just add about what could be done without being in the country. The investigation and prosecution of what we now call modern war crimes, that is post-World War II war crimes, on the international level, that is in an international jurisdiction, the ICC and the other international tribunals that have been established in the last 20 years, focuses on the people that are most responsible for the commission of those crimes. That is the leaders involved, not the frontline executioners, quite frankly. One thing that could be done in connection with any country in which crimes have been committed of that nature is to develop information on the legal responsibilities of the top-ranking officials in the given country. What kind of authority do they have over the armed forces and other security forces? What was their responsibility for enforcing discipline, for making sure that the laws were obeyed? That type of thing. That can be done from any good research library. The official gazette of the given country would help with that. The local press, speeches that were given, that sort of thing. That's only one aspect of the case, but that's something that can be done outside the country. The crucial thing in these high-level investigations is, quite frankly, not to prove the crimes were committed. That's usually fairly easy. But to link those crimes to the people most responsible at the top of the given governing structure. Thank you.